Hello, I'm Kathy Adams, and welcome to another segment of All About Community. I am excited today because I have a beautiful, smart attorney in my midst today, attorney Verleana Green-Taluska with DDG Law School. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful, Miss Kathy.
Well, I'm so glad you're here because I want you to talk about your specialty, which is very, very important to me.
I specialize in estate planning, probate, trust administration, and trust litigation. The practice area that I love most is estate planning. I love making a difference in the lives of my families who come to me. They want support to be able to leave a legacy to their family members, to create generational wealth, and to pass on their wealth without the need to go through the probate process.
Yes. So tell us now, because we know we've heard a lot of story, which is why, first of all, how long have you been in business now?
I've been in business 17 years.
Oh my goodness. That is,
Can you believe it?
I'm telling you, and I have to tell my audience because I've known this attorney. She is a friend of mine, but she's doing amazing. And I always say how beautiful she is and married with two beautiful daughters, and she's still killing it. But when we start talking about why is it so important, Verleana, for these companies, individuals to hire you? Why is it so important?
Not just necessarily me, but an attorney who's competent in estate planning, because we need to make sure that our wealth isn't tied up in the court system. A lot of families, particularly African-American families, are going through the probate process.
Yes.
They are spending thousands of dollars, not only on court fees, but attorney fees to get through that process. If families start the process, create an estate plan, they will save their family thousands of dollars if they do it right.
Well, what do you think is the easiest way? Because I often tease with you sometimes. I said, oh God, I'll see Verleana. I said, people don't know. It costs money to die. It costs money for everything. And then if you don't have the plan in place, but it's like, how do you get the average person to see the benefit rather than when something happens, then they get scrambling? And I know you work it out because you worked it out for several people that I know. But how do you suggest that they start this process just early on in the game?
I think it's education. Okay. In our community, we don't sit around the dinner table and talk about stocks. We don't talk about creating wealth. We don't talk about taxes. We don't talk about wealth accumulation. So it's important that we have those conversations with our family members early and often. And the educational piece is that I provide services for free, educating the community about the importance of estate planning, talking about the difference of the probate administration process versus the trust administration process, what it means, how it saves our families on not only taxes, it saves our families thousands of dollars that could go for someone's college education. Absolutely. That are going to attorneys in fees.
Yeah. Well, I have to ask you this, which is so important. Will and trust, why are those two so different?
They're so different. Huge difference between a will and a trust. A trust is a document that says, if I pass away, or when, because all of us will pass away.
Yes,
right?
So we want to be prepared. Yes.
This is who I'm entrusting my assets to. This is how I want my assets left. It could be two children saying that every 10 years you get $100,000. Or let's do something different. This is how I want my property left. I want my property to continue to stay in my family. I want it to be used as a family home, which a lot of my clients intend to do, but they don't put it in writing.
Well, I have to say this. So I hope that the audience is listening, because that trust, isn't that a way that prevents it from going to probate?
Absolutely. And to just continue to answer your question, the difference is trust, no probate, will, one-way ticket to probate. That is the major difference. You will have your wishes written down in a will, but that will still needs to go through that probate process.
Yeah, and that's some of the horror stories that I didn't want to dive into, which is happening. But before, we come up on the end, not quite, but look in that camera and tell them why they need to contact you and your website so they can find you fast, quick, and in a hurry.
My law office is BDG Law Group, a professional corporation in Oakland, California. We can be reached at www.vdglaw.com. We provide estate planning for individuals, families, and businesses in the Bay Area and in the entire state of California. Make sure you contact us because we will make sure that your wealth is left to the individuals, the companies, the organizations that you care about. We can be reached again at www.vdglaw.com. Our phone number is 510-479-0768.
Well, I can tell you, they've heard it from here. And like the workshops, we want to make sure that the Oakland African American Chamber, and thank you for not only being on our board, but being a member as well. But when do you have these workshops? I know you have done amazing work with doing those.
I do workshops all the time. I update my website. So if you go to the website,